Deepwoken, the game we all know and love. Whether we've played it for 2 years, 2 months, or 2 weeks, it's a pretty good game. Parry-based combat, build variation, different builds, different weapons, legendary weapons, normal weapons, alloyed weapons, enchants, armor enchants, bosses, dungeons, right? This game has a lot to offer. But when you've been playing it for 2 years, you start to realize the game has a shitload of issues. And basically today, I'm going to be covering ways I think they could fix them. And I think the easiest one to start off with, as well as probably one of the more controversial ones, is going to be balancing. As we all know, this game is not balanced, and it never will be. And that's because that's just the way Deepwoken is. This game will never be balanced, okay? It doesn't matter how much time or effort they put in, Deepwoken is not going to be a balanced game, almost ever. We can get close to balancing, and I think the best way to do that is to put together an actual balancing team that will look at things that are a part of the player base that know some of the more busted metas and try to balance it. Like right now, I don't know if y'all saw, there was a no-go video posted recently called I Hate Chime or something, and he faced some dumb flame cheese. And there is really no way around it. There's no way to counter it. I would argue that that build is technically game breaking because it's not Shadow. It's not some enchant. There's probably enchant that does not. You only need decent armor, like I guess like a no attunement, or it's not like or it's dumb. No action time. It's stupid. It's a game build that doesn't belong in it. And it's just used for something else and there's a game build. And it's just dumb like 4 balancing. So either they get a good balancing team, or they just stop balancing the game until they actually like get something out. That's my thoughts about balancing. Agree or disagree, you know, give me your extra comments in the comments. Tell me like your 2 cents and stuff. But now let's move on to the second point, and that is the fact that the game is as dry as a goddamn desert right now. I think we can all agree there is nothing to do in Deepwoken anymore. I've done probably 100 Diluvians. I've done like unfathomable amounts of Ferrymans, Dukes, Chaser, Etheron, right? I've spent so many hours in these bosses and stuff, and they're just boring as hell. A lot of people could probably just argue that it's, you know, burnout and the fact that I overplayed it. But like, when the whole idea of the game is to finish a build, then repeat the cycle of making builds, and like the whole point of the game is repetition, you at least gotta make the repetition fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, progressing is not fun. RNG for talents is not fun. No way to get rares is not fun once you're max level. You literally have to make sure you're tracking your rares. You have to become a nerd to make a good Deepwoken build, bro. And it sucks. We're a little off topic there, but the game is dry, and the easiest way to fix this, I was talking about it with my friends, is simply the developers make a deadline and they stick to the deadline. Now, of course, if you've ever done any kind of creative project, you know, just setting and sticking to a deadline can be a little bit harder when you're burnt out, or maybe you don't want to work, or maybe you're sitting in a good position and the only reason you have to do this is for your community. You know, it can be harder. It can be a lot harder to do stuff. And that's where another point to this dry as a desert comes in. Bi-weekly or monthly updates. Hear me out. Every 2 weeks we get an update. The updates are going to be more exciting. There's going to be more to them, possibly. Probably not, actually. And the devs can focus more on the stuff that's important, like the big updates. Conquest, from what I've seen and heard, with how fast they've done stuff like Diluvian. Diluvian was a one-nighter. They did that shit in a day. Same with the Ignition Union Origin. They did that shit in a day. They could probably get Conquest done if they actually worked in like 4 months, 2 months, 4 months. Because, dude, these devs are crazy good at what they do, but they lack motivation, if I'm gonna be real. If they just made bi-weekly updates or monthly updates instead of weekly updates, because those take too much time, too much energy for nothing, pretty much. Let's be real. When have we actually looked at a weekly, other than like a handful of them maybe, where we're like, damn, that was fire, bro? Exactly. It's almost never. So if they just did this bi-weekly updates, deadlines, or maybe monthly updates and a deadline for stuff like Conquest, Layer 2, Layer 3, Void Tower, Void Sea update, world events, all that crap. I just think the game would be unfathomably better. Conquest should have been done 4 months after. 6 months. Conquest should have been done 6 months after Layer 2. Or like a year after Layer 2. 1 year we get one big update, and that's what I think a lot of players expected. And it just never happened. It never did. But yeah, those are my main thoughts on how the game can be fixed. Or on the two biggest issues in my opinion. You know, you got balancing and the fact that there's no content. Those are the two biggest issues in the game right now. Do I think there are some other things? Yeah. But yeah, that's the Yap Fest for today. That's what I think the savior of Deepwoken will be, is those two things. A proper balancing team, or just not giving a shit about balancing. Other than like game breaking stuff like, for example, the no-go video that had the one flame build in it. And setting deadlines. Holding yourself to them for the devs. And changing weeklies to bi-weekly or monthly updates. And I know Agamatsu rambles like, bro, if y'all didn't have weekly updates, you'd miss them a lot. You're right, but do you want what else I miss? Having a fun game to play. And Deepwoken hasn't been fun in like months. So that's all I'm going to say. That's why I've been dropping like an update video every week, and that's it. I have barely been playing the game. But yeah, if you agree, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment, you know. Give me your 2 cents. Give me some more ideas. And if there's anything you want to see out of the channel, maybe like you want to see like loot videos, like shit where I just farm bosses and put the loot. Maybe you like put that on while you like play the game or some shit, or like eat dinner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if y'all got any kind of videos you want to see or any advice that you can add on top of what I've already said, leave in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other content. And remember, soon I will be doing a live stream where I'm giving away the Blood Forged, and we'll do like an Isley's and a Blood Forged for 5K. All right, how about that? And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
No, they like. I have green ones with them. They like really black.
Yeah, I tried to. I don't know.
We're going to get Morpholith and some. I need to change my.
That's not good.
Oh, this map's new. No, it isn't.
Spike planted.
Yes, it is. It's been out for so long. Now remember, because when me and Explicit used to play the game a lot, it came out and we liked the map because it looks like face off as well. This is
No, I didn't get the 6K!
I kind of like this.